Na Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Sharanam Sankirtan ki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshva Bhaddeshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Tamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 19. This is description of the island of Jambudvip, text number 21. Etadeva hi deva gayanti aho amisham kimakari shobhanam prasanna yesham svidutat swayam harihi jaya janma labdam nishubhajara tajire labdam nishubhajara tajire mukunda sevo paikam sprihahina aho amisham kimakari shobhanam prasanna yesham sviduta swayam harihi yer janma labdam nishubharatajare mukunda sevo paikam sprihani hina aho amisham kimakari shobhanam prasanna yesham sviduta swayam harihi yer janma labdam nishubharatajire mukunda sevo paikam sprihahina Etadeva hi deva gayanti aho amisham kimakari shobhanam prasanna yesham sviduta swayam harihi yer janma labdam nishubharatajire mukunda seva paikam sprihahina aho amisham kimakari shobhanam prasanna yesham sviduta swayam harihi yer janma labdam nishubharatajire mukunda seva paikam sprihahina. Okay. Word to word meaning. Etat, this, eva, indeed, he, certainly, devaha, all the demigods, gayanti, chant, aho, O, Amisham, of these inhabitants of Bharatavarsha, Kim, what, Akari, was done, Shobhanam, pious, beautiful activities, Prasannaha, pleased, Esham, upon them, Swit, or Uta, it is said, Swayam, personally, Harihi, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Yaihi, by whom, Janma, birth, Labdam, obtained, Nrishu, in human society, Bharata Ajire, in the courtyard of Bharatavarsha, Mukunda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who can offer liberation, Seva Aupayikam, which is the means of serving, Spriha, desire, he, indeed, Naha, our. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Since the human form of life is the sublime position for self-realization, all the demigods in the heaven speak in this way. How wonderful it is for these human beings to have born in the land of Bharatavarsha. They must have executed pious acts of austerities in the past, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself must have been pleased with them. Otherwise, how could they engage in devotional service in so many ways? We demigods can only aspire to achieve human birth in Bharatavarsha to execute devotional service, but these human beings are already engaged there. Purport. These facts are further explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 941. Bharata Bhumite Haila Manushya Janma Jar Janma Sartaka Kari Karaparopakar. One who has taken his birth as a human being in the land of India, Bharatavarsha, should make his life successful and work for the benefit of all other people. There are many facilities in India, Bharatavarsha, for executing um, devotional service. In Bharatavarsha, all the acharyas contributed their experience, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally appeared to teach the people of Bharatavarsha how to progress in spiritual life and be fixed in devotional service to the Lord. From all points of view, Bharatavarsha is the special land where one can very easily understand the process of devotional service and adopt it to make his life successful. If one makes his life successful in devotional service and then preaches devotional service in other parts of the world, people throughout the world will actually benefit. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Varade Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroh Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So it's a very nice shloka, very encouraging, and like no, in one sense, and then also it calls for a heavy responsibility. Like this taking birth, in the Bharatavarsha, in the human form of life. It's a very, very responsible position. So here we see the Devatas. It is mentioned that so they have attained this position after executing many, many austerities and things like that. So they have got this position of being in the heavenly planets. And no, we all know, like even for getting the position of Indra, so one is supposed to have executed 100 Ashwamedha yajnas and then led a dharmic life and things like that. So it is quite a quite a challenge, or quite a lot of work, or pious works that needs to be done to go to the heavenly planets. And then gradually a person may advance and then go to the like this one, go to the Brahmaloka, and from Brahmaloka, so they will actually get liberation, or they will go back to Godhead. So this is called the Krama Mukti. And so when this is described in Srimad Bhagavatam, so in the sixth canto, so there is a question that is asked by Parikshit Maharaj that so because after Krama Mukti is described, so like Shukadeva Goswami also describes the hellish existence. And at that time, so Parikshit Maharaj gets this question, so that okay, so there is nice pious path is there. So if somebody progresses on the pious path, so he can go higher and higher and higher. And if somebody commits a sin, so then he'll be punished, like what is mentioned in the end of the fifth canto. So what is the solution? What is the like ultimate solution? So ultimate solution is that taking up to devotional service, and especially very intense form of devotional service. So that is very, very auspicious, and that kind of devotional service is available. The opportunity for that is available in Bharatavarsha. So that is being spoken about here. And so we see that how wonderful it is for the human beings to have been born in the land of Bharatavarsha. They must have executed pious acts of austerities in the past, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself must have been pleased with them. Otherwise, how could they engage in devotional service in so many ways? We demigods can only aspire to achieve human birth in Bharatavarsha to execute devotional service, but these human beings are already engaged there. So it's like very great. What is that? They're expressing a great longing, to take birth in Bharatavarsha to execute devotional service. Right? So, like Srila Prabhupada mentions that no one is this Bharata Brahmate Hailo Manusha Janmajar. So, like that is there. So, apart from that, he mentions the in Bharatavarsha. So, there is all facilities. There are many facilities are there in the Bharatavarsha to execute devotional service. So, like first and foremost, Srila Prabhupada is highlighting an amazing thing. All acharyas contributed their experience. So, like many great personalities, many great acharyas, they have come and they have contributed their experience. So, like in one of the interactions, one of my superiors, he was mentioning that the spiritual masters and the great acharyas who have walked in this land, so they're much more than the devatas. So like devatas may have a mixed kind of a devotion towards the supreme Lord, but to come in contact with the pure devotees of the Lord who doesn't have any other aspiration, no material aspiration, only aspiration is to attain the lotus feet of the Lord and to guide in that direction. So that kind of an association is very, very difficult to obtain. So, and and no, so when we are able to get, we are getting to know the identity and personality of Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada, and many other acharyas in our own line. So this is much more, than so even if devatas, if they want to associate, so they may not get opportunity to associate with such great personalities. And so that is why, so when Lord incarnates, and when great personalities incarnate, so the devatas also, in take the human form, and they come and associate with such personalities. So it's very, very rare to get opportunity to associate with the Nishkinchana. No, so one of the places where Indra offends Brahaspati. So again in sixth canto. So there, sixth canto, right? Huh? Indra offends Brahaspati. Sixth canto. So there, like, he the moment this thing happens, like Brahaspati gets, what is it? Like he was not received well and things like that. So he goes off from the place, and immediately Indra, he chastises. I don't have internet here. You have hotspot. Huh? It's a very nice section to actually see what. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay. So we see. So it is, he condemns the life in the heavenly planets in many different ways, and specifically, he mentions about. Uh, can anybody quickly tell me the shloka? Condemnation or something like that, to alas. Okay, I got it. I got it. See, alas, what regrettable deed I have committed because of my lack of intelligence and my pride in my material opulences. I failed to show respect to my spiritual master when he entered this assembly, and thus I have insulted him. Although I am the king of demigods who are situated in the mode of goodness, I was proud of a little opulence and polluted by false ego. Under the circumstance, who in this world would accept such riches at the risk of falling down? Alas, I condemn my wealth and opulence. So here you see, so here is a personality, who is well controlled, well cultured, and situated in mode of goodness, and even then, this material opulence, the material opulence itself, the matter in itself has a problem. So of inspiring, like, what is it, materialism, and inspiring, attachment and things like that. So it is like the matter in itself has a problem. So matter, when it is properly utilized in Krishna's service, so then it takes, onto a spiritual, this one. So then when we associate with such kind of matter, which is spiritualized, so then it helps us to make advancement, just like flowers offered to the Lord. So when we smell, those flowers offered to the Lord, so then, that is spiritual, so but then the same flower, if it is offered to a beautiful girl, and then, if it comes to us, then it becomes like completely material. And as we were describing or discussing last time also, any like objects that we possess, and if it is only to the extent that is necessary to be possessed, so then, and only for the purpose of service of the Lord, so then that object, is spiritualized, so then that object, association with that object, will help us advance in Krishna consciousness. But if the same object, if it is there beyond proportion, or if it is there more than what is necessary, or if that object is not properly utilized in service of the Lord, so then the object turns into material. So then association with that object will create material bondage. So externally speaking, like somebody may say like we're just having bare necessities, and so we'll be making advancement in Krishna consciousness. So but how are we going to use these bare necessities? So if it is rightly used in the service of the Lord, so then it is not a problem. So on the contrary of this, there are glorification of personalities like Yudhishthir Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, and personalities like that, where they had unlimited wealth and unlimited power and autonomy. So, but they knew how to use everything in the service of the Lord nicely, and because of that, those things, it is described as um, that the serpent with its fangs removed. Uh, what is it, Shloka? What is it? Kaivalyam narakayate tridashapur akasha pushpayate durdanthendriya kala sarpa patali protkata damstrayate. So here it is talking about the senses whose venomous fangs are removed. So this very much applies to the sense objects also. The sense objects, if it is rightly used in the service of the Lord, its venomous teeth is removed. If it is not, so then it is very dangerous. Then that the sense object can create havoc. So that is something that Indra is actually pointing here. So though he is self-controlled, he is situated in mode of goodness. He knows how to regulate the sense gratification, and the sense gratification what the devatas are doing is not like some piyawa admi, like they're having some illicit sex or something like that. So this is like much more refined, very very much refined, and so still it is sense gratification, and it has the capacity to, and it is not a sense gratification which is illegal. So sense gratification in the heavenly planets is like legal, वो तो like film देखने के लिए पैसे देके अंदर गया. Sense gratification in the material or the Buloka is like black ticket लेके अंदर गया. So this is like they have got a legal ticket, to gratify their senses, and it is not a sinful thing for them. Sense gratification in heavenly planets is not sinful. So they have paid for it. They have done pious activities and they have paid for it, and they have, like when they enjoy and when they have liquor or when they have this one association with opposite sex, it is not at all sinful actually. So because they have executed that kind of this one. So like he is mentioning that such riches, at the risk of falling down. So accepting under the circumstances, who in this world would accept such riches at the risk of falling down? Alas, I condemn my wealth and opulence. So, like how much ever we may have the control of sense control and mind control, still the material wealth and opulence, it is having its intrinsic nature of inspiring us on the material platform, right? So like it is kind of a very risky thing. If I have this wealth and opulence, and if I use it in service of Krishna, so then it is very beneficial. So even one moment also, even for a small time also, if I don't use it in service of Krishna, so then it turns into matter. So then gunasanga, it starts with gunasanga, right? So if a person says one who is situated on the exalted throne of a king should not stand up to show respect to another king or a brahmana, it is to be understood that he does not know the superior religious principles. So in fact, yesterday I was reading in Ramayana that Lord Rama is checking with Bharata. So like all this Raja Dharma, he is actually telling that do you know, like in front of whom you should get up and in front of whom you should not get up. So like in front of equal and junior you should not get up. And if a superior walks in, so you should get up. So this is like for a king the etiquette is there, like that. So a devotee, a sadhu, so may consider everybody superior, like anybody, like he offers respects to anybody and things like that. So even to junior sometimes he offers respect. So that is for sadhu dharma it is proper. But for a Raja, no king, this is very important. No, so otherwise, what it is written that Atimana is also Adharma. you know, so for a king to get up in front of a junior, it is Atimana, to give too much of respect to the other person. So that is also not proper. so, so in that way, like Lord Rama was like nicely, listing down in the form of questions. Like Bharata has just newly assumed the kingship. Like what is it? Our Rama was thinking that Bharata has assumed the kingship, and so like no, he has not actually assumed the kingship. He has come to the forest to take Lord Rama, to coronate. So, but then Lord Rama, with the assumption that you have already assumed the kingship and you are so young, like probably you may or may not know. So like he's checking all the parameters. Ki like no ye sab kar raha hai na, ye sab kar raha hai na, like that. So in this way, like he's actually checking. So anyways, so this one like no, at this point in time, no, like our Indra has neglected to get up in front of a Brahmana who's superior to him. So this is not very right for him. Right? Hmm. So leaders who have fallen into ignorance and who misled people by directing them to the path of destruction, as described in the previous verse, are in effect boarding a stone boat, and so too are those who blindly follow them. A stone boat would be able to float would would be unable to float and would sink in the water with its passengers. Similarly, those who mislead people go to the hell, and their followers go with them. So this is very very critical. Even one act of not following, it's just that no one act, he did not receive his spiritual master well. So here the repercussions he is telling. One is that he is definitely victim of what is it? Committing an offense, and all the followers of such a person also becomes victim of committing that offense. So we see in the like Chaitanya Leela that so when Ramchandra Khan, he offends Haridas Thakur. So later on he goes on to offend Nityananda Prabhu, and later on the whole village becomes destroyed. So this is one very important lesson, that whenever there is something wrong that happens, at least one should not be just a witness to it. मैंने तो गलती नहीं किया, तो उन्होंने गलती किया, सो मैं कुछ बोला नहीं है, तो लेकिन वो जितना गलती किया वो पूरा हमारा ऊपर भी आ जाएगा. The same sin will come upon us also. So it is very very important that at least we should point out कि like ये जो हो रहा है ये गलत है, ये ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. So in that way, that is a very very important this one, and we should not get involved in too much of this one also. Like if some proper authority is there, so we should go and report to the proper authority. And if it is a public this one, so definitely as what is it, members of ISKCON, so we can, if we are nicely properly educated properly, so then we can mention that this particular thing is not right. Or if we are not, if we think that we are confused or we are not able to understand what is the proper thing, so then we can consult with the superiors. So but tolerating a wrong thing and keeping quiet on a wrong thing, it is going to fetch the same amount of sin, what the person who did wrong, so the same amount of sin, one would also share that particular this one. So it is so that is something that is mentioned here. A person commits a wrong, and if it is tolerated, so then like no, or if a person commits a wrong, so it actually creates repercussion on his followers as well. So everybody gets into this one. And therefore, with great frankness and without duplicity, I shall now bow my head at the lotus feet of Brahaspati, the spiritual master of the demigods, because he is in the mode of goodness. He is fully aware of all knowledge and is the best of the Brahmanas. Now I shall touch his lotus feet and offer my obeisances unto him to try to satisfy him. So, there's cows, Brahmanas, and things like that. Probably that is Okay, anyway, I'll just read. While Indra, the king of demigods, thought in this way and repented in his own assembly, Brahaspati, the most powerful spiritual master, understood his mind. Thus, he became invisible to Indra and left home, for Brahaspati was spiritually more powerful than King Indra. Although Indra searched vigorously with the assistance of other demigods, he could not find. So, alas, my spiritual master has become dissatisfied with me, and now I have no means to of achieving good fortune. Although Indra was surrounded by demigods, he could not find peace of mind. Hmm. ठीक है. So this is something that we can see that the matter has the capacity to create this kind of this one. So like it is very very important that we first of all we should be very grateful to be offered life in India. And in fact at this point in time, so like in ISKCON as well, there are so many things that are challenged, which is coming down in the Vedic parampara, so especially from the Western world. So because they don't have this cultural background, and also like it is quite difficult for them to understand. So but there are many Western devotees also who are very much rooted in Krishna consciousness, very nicely they are practicing. And in fact they like to be there in the culture, in Indian this one scenario and things like that. And on the other side, like there are many Indians who are who are not very this one also. So but then those devotees, like I remember from Russia, like few devotees had come at some point in time, like sometime in 2011 or 12 or something of that sort, 12 13 something of that sort. So they had come. And so like we were taking care of all the needs, like we were cleaning the hall, prasadam hall, and various services we were doing. So that time like they were like, no, Prabhuji, like don't do all these things, we will do. And so then so like after some time one of our devotees asked, like, no, why are you people so much in service mood? So then they were telling कि नहीं नहीं, you are all born in India, like no, आप लोग तो महान है, तो आप लोग सेवा करना चाहिए. So then हम लोग सोच रहे थे, like no, हमारा क्या हाल है हमको पता है. So but these devotees had so much respect for so like just because you are born in India, so they had so much respect, and they were quite austere, and quite nicely actually they were practicing this one. So but some things we were also observing that jhuta ka matlab zyada nahi jante hain, and like many different things we observe. So like so these things are very naturally comes in the Indian culture. For us, like the training the boys or training the devotees in India is much more simpler. So if you have to train people in West, you have to train so many things, so many things you have to train. So it is like already like a lot of training that has been given to us, in our own families and things like that. So that's quite a great fortune, that we have. Um, and it is mentioned that all the acharyas, they have appeared in this holy land, and they have given their experience, so they have given their tika and things like that. And also it's very very amazing, this one. So great opportunity for all of us to associate with the live parampara. So where this nishkinchanas, like people who are completely detached from material things and attached to Krishna. So getting opportunity to associate with them. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally appeared to teach people in Bharatavarsha. So this is something that is not there in heavenly planets. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally appeared here, and how to progress in spiritual life and be fixed in devotional service to the Lord. From all points of view, Bharatavarsha is the special land where one can easily understand the process of devotional service and adopt it to make his life successful. So devotional service, as we have always discussed, so Karma Yoga is also devotional service. No Varanashrama Acharavata Purushena Parapuman Vishnu Aradhite Pantananya Tattosha Karana. So that kind of devotional service is probably not the one that has been mentioned here, because that is available even on the other tracts of land as well. And specifically the Tivra Bhakti, which is like exclusively taking shelter of the Lord. So that is something like generally we see that we study about the three tracks, and so the track change is possibly possible in the Bharata Varsha. So like where this intense form of devotional service is available, and as we have seen that acharyas who promote such intense form of devotional service, they also appear in the Bharata Varsha. So it is very very special that one gets this opportunity to practice this intense form of devotional service. And if not for that, there is no special benefit that we actually get in this sphere. So, they can very easily understand the process of devotional service and adopt it, to make one's life successful. If one makes his life successful in devotional service and then preaches devotional service in other parts of the world, people throughout the world will actually benefit. So, this one that is mentioned. So, Bharata Bhumite, Manusha Janma Hoila Jar, Janma Sarthaka Kari Kara Paropaka. So, this is something very, very important. So, even I was also pondering about this. There are very great. This one now, ISKCON has become a very big market, and so in this market, like and also like now it has come to a this one, or it is in a particular stage where anybody practices or anybody chants 16 rounds, puts dhoti kurta and tilak, and speaks something similar or something in resemblance with Krishna conscious this ones. Probably it may be the conclusion of the previous acharyas, or it may not be the conclusion of previous acharyas. So whatever it is spoken, so ISKCON, we have a great market. So like, so like, there is a lot of audience. Rather, like, there is a very good viewership and audience. It is possible if you speak some like what is it, feel good principles, and some nice things, like you'll have millions of audience actually. And if you want to speak the exact this one from the acharya's conclusions and things like that, still we will get good audience, but it will be very less. So this is a kind of a thing that is to get association with the pure practice. It is a very very serious thing. And so why these deviations are actually coming? So these deviations are coming because so there is lack of demonstration of this pure practice of Krishna consciousness. So this demonstration, what is the demonstration that is needed? So the practice that is given to us is the morning program, so then Sankirtan, and then the evening program and study of literatures and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So if devotees can demonstrate that I am just doing this and I'm happy doing this particular thing, and so I'm able to make advancement, I'm able to see that I'm going forward by executing these items. So now I'm able to like chant nicely, and then feel the bliss of going forward in Krishna consciousness. So if this demonstration is there, so then more and more people will happily take up Krishna consciousness and stick to the path, stick to the real path. So if that is not there, then everybody will start speculating. Start speculating, saying that anyway, you're all doing this, and आपको तो कुछ दिख नहीं रहा है. So like कुछ ऐसा तो नहीं लग रहा है कि like आप chanting में बहुत blissful है. So like तो like थोड़ा सा variation करके देखते हैं. So like, and then people start doing variations, and then it becomes like very a big marketplace of all sorts of filthy things. So it may have an appearance of Krishna consciousness, as we were discussing that matter. If it is not utilized properly in the service of the Lord, it acts like a matter only. But in the same way, like the spiritual subject matter, if it is not coming in line with the acharyas and the disciplic succession's conclusions, so then even though it is spiritual subject matter, so which involves the names of the Lord, and which involves like so many like stuff which is resembling Krishna consciousness, still it can actually become material. So a classic example that Srila Prabhupada often gives is the Sahajiya. So they are always thinking of Krishna, they are always like what is it, thinking they want to associate with Krishna and things like that, but their conception of Krishna is offensive, because of offensive conception of Krishna. So, and because of offensive like service that is rendered, So the whole thing becomes prakrita. So that is why this word added to the sahajiya, prakrita sahajiya. So prakrita means material. So it produces material effect. Though it is comprising, the subject matter comprises of spiritual stuffs, but still it becomes prakrita. So but like even if you study about the creation of the material world, how the Lord creates this material world. So it's like, somebody may say it's like fully material. No, इसमें क्या है like spiritual? No, it is like earth, water, fire, air, ether. No, इसको कैसा भगवान ने create किया? So even that is also spiritual. Any matter that is properly studied in connection with Krishna or properly utilized in connection with Krishna becomes spiritual, and then it becomes nice. So we were discussing yesterday night that if prasadam is properly cooked, to the quantity what is rightfully needed, so it is a devotional service. If it is cooked in excess and distributed indiscriminately, मतलब उसमें भी एक discrimination होना चाहिए. So like then it becomes spiritual devotional service. So then नाम में रुचि आएगा. So anyways, so no, this is very very important subject that we should janma sarthaka kari. So there are multiple ways in which we can purify ourselves or perfect ourselves. So one level of perfection is that we should study all of Vedic literatures, including the commentaries of our own acharya and then previous acharyas, and then we should be knowing that all the other sampradaya acharyas, their commentaries, and then the commentaries of Mayavad and the commentaries of atheistic philosophies and things like that. So then we can say that we have understood, or we have a proper we are fit enough to speak the subject matter, right? So that is one perfection. So that perfection is probably little difficult for us. So ये सारा commentaries पढ़ के कुछ भी बोलते हैं, so it should be in line with the conclusion of the परंपरा. ऐसा casually भी कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहिए कि जो conclusion में नहीं है. So then this is very difficult. So next thing is another kind of perfection is that if we can repeat this one, whatever is given by Srila Prabhupada, so that is perfectly in line with the parampara. So if we can repeat the subject matter, so that is another kind of siddhi. So if that siddhi also, if we can get, that is achievable siddhi. So इसके लिए खाली हम at least कम से कम थोड़ा time पढ़ना चाहिए book, and then जो भी पढ़ा है उसके basis पे we can actually share. So this is something that we can help ourselves and help people. And also another very important siddhi, so that is if we can chant legibly and hear the names of the Lord legibly, so that is very very amazing siddhi. So if we can do that, and if we can instruct people, or if we can help people to achieve the very same thing, so then that is also very very nice, this one. So this is where janma sarthaka, the sarthaka or perfection, it is not that ultimate perfection. So ultimate perfection is Krishna prema. So that we may have, it is quite far. So only after we attain Krishna prema, we will preach the message of Krishna consciousness. So that is not the viable, this one. So but at least we should try to see that if we have perfected the stage of sadhu sangha, so we can help other people to inspire other people to take sadhu sangha and bhajana kriya. And if we have understood the techniques of avoiding offenses and engaging in the bhajan, so then we should help others to do the very same thing. So in this way, at every stage, we can understand that we have perfected a particular stage and we are moving on to another stage. So we can help people to adopt, or inspire people to take up the stage that we have some kind of a hold on. So that way also we can actually do. So it is we can study nicely, these two things we can actually do. So we can study nicely, and we can instruct people that you also study, or we can repeat the very same thing what you are studying, and then we can chant nicely, and we can help others to chant nicely. So in this way, if we can do this, So then people will actually feel the spiritual bliss. People will actually feel no paresha anubhava, direct experience of the Supreme Lord, and people will actually feel more attachment to the holy name in Bhagavatam. So if we can do that, that is a very great service, that we can do to the people. So people will happily take up to Krishna consciousness, and after they come in, so they will not explore कि like ये तो बहुत simple है, like what you are telling is इसमें सब कुछ है कि नहीं है, and things like that. So all those questions will not come, because effectively, if the medicine is working, so then patient will not be in so much of distress कि like ये डॉक्टर को देखना, वो डॉक्टर को देखना. सिंपल सा मेडिसिन भी अगर काम करेगा तो like ठीक है, like वो काफी है. So but if if it doesn't work, then people will get disturbed. So they will keep exploring, and more people will explore, and more apasampradayas, or more what is it, apasiddhantas will start coming in. So this is also like we are contributing in the form of like bringing people in and not able to provide them the necessary spiritual experience. So then they will be very much disturbed, and they will go here and there and things like that. So in that way, like this janma sarthaka kari parakara kara para upakar, it's very very important that one should uh, perfect his sadhana, and then one should help others. So I took up this other thing also. So it has a very long purport. So many things that Srila Prabhupada mentions. Probably we can very detailedly study tomorrow. I was thinking like we can have some discussion on this particular shloka itself for some time. And then if time permits, we can take up a little bit of the Chaitanya Charitamrita shloka, so that Bharata Bhumite Manushya Janma. So that shloka we can take up if time permits. Otherwise, we can have some nice discussion on whatever we have discussed now. Yes.
Thank you for enlightening on this subject matter. So Bharat Parsha is glorified here. At the same time, just for as a sort of argument, we put. So people in the heavenly planet, they are much more superior when it comes to dharma, when it comes to moral goodness. When it comes to people in Goloka, they are obviously stuck in lower modes. And then we also understand that these people, especially when we talk about three tracks, so we understand that Swanishtas are going higher and higher. So why is it that the heavenly people they are glorifying? Is it some section of heavenly people who are not practicing, but they are glorifying?
So the opportunity, as we always discuss, this is my understanding. As we always discuss that Atashri Krishna Nama, the Nabhaved Grahyam Indriya, and also the Tivra Bhakti. Now, one may have aspiration to do, so but will it be awarded to him? So that is something very important. So now, because it is very easily awarded to us at this point in time, like long back, I heard one of the devotees like discussing. I don't know the pramana of this. So like there is a big discussion that is happening in the Brahma Loka. So where the four Kumaras and like many other personalities, they are like discussion, very long discussion that is going on, how to actually get people to the point of liberation. So and there's so much of intricacies, so much of problems and things like that and all. And so, but that very same thing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has done, with very ease, with great ease. He has actually accomplished of very, very big task, very daunting kind of a task that is accomplished, by, this one, by these great acharyas like Ramanujacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and personalities like that. So they have actually, because we have got this opportunity to chant, because we have got this opportunity to practice intense form of bhakti in a like very unassuming kind of a way. So like हमको ये difficulty नहीं लग रहा है actually. So but then it is even in the Sri Vaishnava line also, the Alvas, some of the Alvas have sung this thing ki like there are so many people are aspiring to take birth in the Bharata Bhumi. So especially the Sankirtan is going to spread everywhere and things like that and all. So it is something like that has been noted in many places. So that opportunity to associate with great acharyas. So that is something like from Prabhupada we can understand. So these great acharyas, they don't traverse other places. They are coming here, and association with them. Mahat sevam dvaram ahur vimuktes. So associating with them, that is the key, crux of it. So even we are able to do some things, easily, like very difficult tasks, easily, or even at least think about, if we like come to the platform of humility and then very intensely be attached to the angas of bhakti, then we can make tremendous progress actually. So this kind of an opportunity, this is not just like anyone and everyone can do it. So because this opportunity is given to us, if we can execute, we are able to make progress. So if this opportunity is not there, I can do permutation and combination, it will not work actually. So it is already it has been granted, to us. So that is something like we are in the altar, we are worshipping personalities like Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, like Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj and things like that. So it is not an ordinary thing. It's a very, very great thing. So that is the speciality. That is what I understand as speciality of Bharatavarsha. Yeah.
I was wondering about this acceptability in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's presence is making the difference. And all these acharyas, our acharyas, our mandir is coming directly. So my confusion was in this that the prime acharya, I mean the beginning top of Brahma Madhva Sampradaya is Brahma and we have Madhva. And both of them they come on the category of Devatas, Vayu Deva. And also we also hear that Bhagavatam is heavenly planet some 1 lakh shloka or something. So they have a lot of opulence in that way. But then as you rightly said, they cannot access maybe
personalities. See, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita was there before also, but until unless these personalities came and propagated, so then it doesn't have. Even Harinam also was there always, all the time it is there. But the version of Harinam which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brings down, Golokera Premadana Harinam Sankirtan. So that kind of a name of the Lord, so which is like propagated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is something very special. So it is not just the material that we get, so Bhagavatam or the holy name. So from whom we are getting it, that also makes a lot of difference. So like if we get it from this line, so then it has a different kind of a potency. So the blessings, like by chanting that or by reading that, who is going to be pleased? So and what is the capacity of them to award? Like what is that they can award to us? So all these things matters actually. So these acharyas, what we have, so whatever they have, they can award us to. So like that is very important.
Another thing I was as it's mentioned that demigods aspire for coming to Bharat. So anyways, they can because people from here they aspire to go to heavenly planets. They can at they will come.
Yeah, they can come.
They can come.
Yeah, so they have done it many times also. They can come. So, but sometimes, like there may be some kind of TK, like thoda sa, this one is there, like बाद में जाएंगे. Some procrastination may come or something like that. So it's possible, and they can come, and they have come also. Many pastimes we read about that. Come also.
This we recently read in the previous book, I think some previous verses that it was written that only in Bharatvarsha Varnashrama is available. All these facilities in other versions.
Last time we discussed that.
Other so then this facility to practice Varnashrama and modes is also here only.
See, graduation Varnashrama is necessary. When the whole this one is there, the hierarchy of the goodness, passion, and ignorance is there. So when people are predominantly situated in mode of goodness, so then such distinct Varnashram may not be necessary actually. So even in the heavenly planets, you find Brahaspati is a Brahmana, and Indra is a Kshatriya and things like that. But they may not have rules and regulations like what we are following here. It is not necessary. So because they have graduated out of Varnashram college, so like they may not need these kind of this ones, but it is so this either heavenly planets which are higher. So like even in the Bhumandala, so Bharatavarsha is a place where it contains all these things. Rest of the places are almost like heavenly planets. So like almost they have the similar kind of opulence and grandeur and things like that. And even the lower planetary system are described as subterranean heavenly planets. Even there also, like, it is not much of this one is there. So this Bharatavarsha is the junction, where this the path, decision of the path, decision of the track, all these things are taken, and then further progress is offered and things like that. And this one lifetime process, I'm not sure if it is available in other places. So, or the opportunity to enroll into one lifetime process is available elsewhere or not. So that is something very, very special. Mhm.
I had this question like I have this whenever one is committed, they are into 6 parts, and like those 6 people get this thing. So when this is still like when someone doesn't condemns us and committed, then he also is like having same limitations. How to control that? Like,
6 parts. So it is not that ki like a person who commits the sin, he is sharing his sins with others. He has to like get the full this one of the sins. No, that's my understanding. And those people who are what is it? The king. He takes 1/6 of the sins, of the population. It is not that ki like जो पाप किया like उसको 1/6 reduce हो गया ऐसा नहीं है उसका कमीशन मिल रहा है this is what is my understanding.
Equally divided in 6 parts to meet it. The one who has killed, helped, ऐसे करते हैं.
हाँ मतलब equally भोगना पड़ेगा उनको. So but like one the person who committed sin उनको तो 100% मिलेगा. It is not that कि like उसको
the butcher shop, so the person has killed. So yes, still there is a demand. Everyone is equally involved.
हाँ, they will also, but this person also will get this. It's not that कि like दूसरों के लिए किया तो like मेरा थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा. Like logically, I cannot fit that in my mind. So always whenever I read this, like I found that कि like इसको तो मिलेगा. So but इसको support किया like उसको एक share मिलेगा. Share मिलेगा मतलब मेरे से निकाल के नहीं देंगे. Like मुझे तो मिलेगा like उसके बाद like उसको भी मिलेगा.
Equally they will suffer the same intensity.
हाँ, वो वाला है. वो वाला
How
है.
is that intensity will not be divided?
हाँ, intensity will not be divided. कि like मैंने कुछ गलत किया तो मुझे like 100 मार पड़ना है. Like उसको जो सपोर्ट किया like उसको I have to share. मतलब इसका ऐसा नहीं कि like मेरा 50 उसका 50. मुझे तो 100 मिलेगा, उसको 50 मिलेगा. This is my understanding actually. तो ऐसा है तो like मैं हमेशा गैंग में लाइक करूंगा जो कुछ भी करूंगा तो मुझे रिड्यूस्ड इफेक्ट मिलेगा. अच्छा है. सो गैंग अफेंस करेंगे.
I think 1/6 वाला उसमें भी आता है शायद. The superior has to take subordinate this
हाँ.
when he is.
So like subordinate, if he commits a mistake, he will definitely get 100%. So in that 1/6, the superiors also should get, like that.
But then अगर कोई sin करता है, involved in that, so they will anyways, all of them will get 100%.
हाँ. That's this one. All 6 people get this one. And this one also, like if a sin is committed and then you don't retaliate, you just like kind of you what is it? Witness it, So then you also share. You it becomes like as good as you committing that sin. Yes, sir.
6 people means 6 group of like someone help like 3 people help him kill him.
हाँ तो वो सभी
It's only in meat.
कोई नहीं बचेगा.
Only meat eating.
मीट ईटिंग में ये सब सीरीज है. नो लाइक काट रहे हैं, लाइक ट्रांसपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, दूसरा sin में like दूसरा कुछ होगा. For example, like कोई चोरी कर रहा है, तो कोई like उसको बता रहे like A time से A time like कोई नहीं रहता है उधर. तो मैंने तो चोरी नहीं किया like मैं तो बताया. no. So उसके बाद like चोरी जो करता है, उसके बाद लेके आके जो जो डिवाइड किया है, so because मैं ऐसा I'm just speculating. Like this, for every sin, there is a different ways of working out the practicalities. So all of them will get implicated. Even by law, Vedic laws bhul jaiye. Even modern law actually considers that to be this one. Considered that to be offense, and it is punishable. जो बताया like सीक्रेट बता रहे हैं कि like ये टाइम से ये टाइम like जाके ये कर सकते हैं, और जो चोरी किया उसको अरेस्ट किया, तो वो अगर बोल रहे हैं कि like इन्होंने बताया मुझे ऐसा ऐसा है, ठीक है उसको भी पकड़ो. so इन्होंने इन्फॉर्मेशन दिया ऐसा जाके चोरी करने के लिए, उसको भी सजा मिलेगा. Even modern law like admits that actually.
So this Kshatriya had the duty and proper rights, like they were allowed to hunt and also eat. So how to understand like we sometimes there is for proper also said in one place that Bhima also eat meat. So these things are to
No, they are following of dharma. So if according to dharma, if it is allowed, so then it is not a problem.
but this is a commonly asked question, so should be yes.
Yeah, means like if it is there in the scripture, if you have a reference for it, if it is there, like no, it is there.
Like drinking the blood also.
Where is it?
It was-
We yesterday we should go.
In one of the lectures, I saw it in Bhima ate. And that's not acceptable. कौन सी context में क्या बोल रहे हैं?
No, but even in Bhakti Vaibhava also recently we saw, like Kshatriyas are practically allowed to break all the 4 regulative principles in certain circumstances. Prabhupada's purport mein it is there. And it was there, a question also was there. Which all regulative principles Kshatriyas are allowed to break? All 4 regulative principles they are allowed to break. So Bhakti Vaibhava question mein aaya tha. Yeah, you didn't write me probably that exam.
One is with Kshatriyas and one is the Pandavas were also purely working. So in that context, what can we understand?
See, basically, like what is mentioned here, for us, like 4 regulative principles and things like that. So it is, in general, this has to be followed. So they would not be following like on a day in, day out basis or something like that. And it is not considered to be an illicit sex also for them. If they associate with like some dasis and things like that and all. So it is not considered to be an illicit sex. For Kshatriyas, if any woman comes like to ask them ki I want progeny, so they they are duty bound to like accept that proposal, so they cannot avoid that proposal. So it is there are many different rules and regulations are there for different varnas and different ashramas. So we need to consider like which varna, which ashrama, and we should not just be like this act is sin, aisa nahi bol sakte. So this is like which varna, which ashrama they belong to. So according to that. And also these personalities, they are siddhas. They are siddha purushas. Like the Pandavas are like liberated personalities. In fact, yesterday we were discussing that Prahlad Maharaj, when the Prahlad Maharaj's pastimes were narrated, so that was narrated by Narada Muni to Yudhishthira. So after this was narrated, Yudhishthira Maharaj is like, अरे like प्रहलाद महाराज कितना फॉर्चुनेट है, उनको बचाने के लिए भगवान खुद आए. नारद मुनि स्क्रैच कर रहे लाइक, अरे तुम्हारा घर पे वो उठते बैठते सोते लाइक, you are telling Prahlad is fortunate, you are more fortunate than him. So like we can see that by their execution of devotional service, they attracted the mercy of the Lord. They attracted the Lord Himself, to be there with them. So, like, these personalities are brought in, to demonstrate the Varnashrama duties and to also demonstrate how to execute devotional service, in the like Varnashrama setup. So, like generally, like you see, in the case of Narada Muni visiting different palaces of Krishna. So Krishna is like unko feet wash kar rahe and things like that and all, and Narad Muni is just like accepting this one because he's performing the role of a Kshatriya, and then like Narada Muni is a Brahmana and is a sadhu, so like he's accepting this one satkar, and it is like whichever time they are in and whenever the pastimes are going on, so whatever the social custom and whatever the social norms that are there, so people devotees just simply follow that general norms that is there. So otherwise if we become too much different from that, so then people will say like no ye to bahut no uncha hai and things like that and all, so that will not work. So in Kali Yuga there is no social norms, basically, like no social norms have almost like got broken. So then this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the highest principle. So anyway सब कुछ broken है, तो जो कुछ भी करेंगे like people will say like ये तो ऊंचा है तो कर ही दो like सबसे ऊंचा वाला you know. So in that way, like generally this one, when they come to perform their pastimes, they will demonstrate whatever is the necessary thing that needs to be demonstrated, so they will demonstrate. So like Kshatriya Dharma is to be demonstrated, so the Pandavas demonstrated. So there's no problem.
And same question when it's asked for Lord Rama, that it's Lord Rama.
Lord Rama was, I don't know, so reference is there. If there is reference, we'll see. Where is the reference?